Alright, before we hop into the video today, just a quick thank you to our sponsor, Sports TNB. Hey, if you play 2K, you know the grind is real. The badge grind can get tough, so if you're looking to buy a stacked NBA 2K account with max badges and everything like that, visit sportstnb.com. Make sure to let him know Hayden YT sent you, and he'll get you everything you need. He's legit. First link in the description down below. Go check it out. Alright, what's going on YouTube? Hayden here, and today we're back with a brand new video. Today we're back with another commit breakdown video for you guys. Alright, before we hop in, make sure to drop a like on the video down below as it really helps out the channel. Hit the red subscribe button, hit the post notification bell to know when I post content on this channel, because YouTube's weird. So if you don't hit that bell, you will not know when I post videos. Also, comment down below what you think of this commit that we're going to be breaking down today. Darnell Washington. And yeah, let's get into it. So if you just want to see the highlights, I'll have a timestamp on the screen right now. If you don't want to hear the breakdown and whatnot, you can go ahead and go to the timestamp on the screen and just check out Darnell's highlights. So Darnell is listed as an athlete on the 247 Sports website, but he is also, his main position is playing tight end. Darnell stands at 6'7.5" feet tall. He's listed as 261 on 247. If you check out his opening regional results, he weighs in at 248 there. And then with Under Armour All-American Game, I've heard reports of him being around 250, so I'm going to go with that, the most recent. So Darnell, let's say his weight is 250. He attends Desert Pines High School, which is located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and he is a 5-star prospect according to 247's rankings. He's a 10th ranked player in the country, the #1 athlete, and the #1 player out of Nevada. And I was checking out Georgia's top recruits of all time, and Darnell is actually listed as the 11th recruit. The 11th best recruit of all time. So during last night's Under Armour All-American Game is when Darnell made his commitment to Georgia official. So during the live broadcast is when he did his commitment and used his daughter as a way of making it official. He used her outfit and had a Georgia G on it. It was a Georgia outfit. So that was pretty cool. I was really excited last night. This is one of the guys that I really wanted in this class. He's just a freak of nature, and actually he's now the top recruit in the Georgia in the Georgia recruiting class this year for 2020. Let's get into a couple of testing results here on the 247 site from the opening finals and opening regionals. So he has a 4.75 40, a 4.46 shuttle, a 29.9 inch vertical, an 11.34 second 100-meter dash, and like I said, he weighs in at around the 250 mark and stands at 6'7.5" feet tall. So also on the 247 website, he is projected as a 2nd to 3rd round pick when it comes to the NFL, and his NFL comparison is Ricky Stills-Jones, the tight end on the Cleveland Browns. Alright, so now we can get into Darnell as a player and why he is this huge commitment, this huge big time 5-star and ranked as the #1 athlete in the country. So when it comes to Darnell, he is one of those guys you don't see very often. You don't see this kind of player coming through football that often. Just a guy with his size and his skills that he has and can bring to a football team. I've seen a couple interviews of people he's played with and things like that where they say the same thing, that he's like some guy you don't get to see this guy very often, like this kind of player very often, and that he's just a freak of nature. So Darnell has a really toned out body type. He has this tall frame, of course, standing at 6'7". As you'll see in the tape, he's a very physical player, and of course that's what you can expect, a guy that weighs 250. But when you look at him on the football field, he actually carries that weight pretty well, and that's why he's such a special player. He's able to have this height and this weight on him and this physicality to him, but he's able to carry it pretty well. So Darnell is a tight end who's going to be able to go up and get you a ball, and his catch radius obviously off the charts because of his size and his frame that he has on him. And the thing that excites me the most is that you line him up on the football field with these receivers that we have coming in, the receivers like George Pickens and Dominic Blaylock already on this team. He's going to be such a mismatch to defenses. That's just what has me so excited for the future of this team. Bringing in a player like him is his mismatch ability that he's going to bring, especially probably towards in the red zone offense. He's a guy you can probably target a lot when it comes to throwing to the end zone. And also he uses his body to his best abilities, because you see some guys who are like really tall and you question like, why are they're pretty much this tall for no reason. They don't use their bodies to their best abilities that they can. who uses his body to his full potential and his size to his full potential. Darnell is a very athletic guy. He's a 3-sport athlete in high school where he played varsity basketball, and the last known stats that I could find were from his junior season where he actually averaged a double-double, averaging 11 points and 12 rebounds per game. And he also was a shot put champion for track and field, and obviously football is the third sport that he would be a standout in. Alright, so let's talk about a couple things that I think Darnell could probably work on going forward. Obviously, we stated and talked about his freakish size and his ability to be able to go up and get a ball. But I think going forward, he could probably progress and become a better route runner. Also, I was reading some articles before I got into this video, and some statements from some scouts that were in attendance at the Under Armour All-American practices and things like that. And they were saying he could probably improve his conditioning, where he kind of looked a little bit winded at times and a little bit sluggish on the football field during practice and things like that. So that's another thing he could probably improve on, is his conditioning. I guess that 247 has him projected to be a 2nd or 3rd round pick, but something that could really probably boost him up to maybe even a 1st round pick. He has the potential to be a really good blocker, which going to Georgia, he's definitely probably going to be able to work on and really tone in on his blocking skills. So if he can get better as a run blocker and really tone in on that, he really has the potential to be maybe even a 1st round draft pick when it comes to his time to go and maybe test the NFL draft waters here in a few years. Alright, so coming off his senior season where he led Desert Pine to 11 straight wins before they lost to the state runner-up Centennial. But coming off of that this past season, he was able to earn first team All-State honors as an athlete. So that's a pretty big award for Darnell right there, being able to get that first team honor in the state of Nevada. Alright, so let's look at Darnell coming into Georgia, where Georgia is going to be losing Charlie Warner and Eli Wolf as their eligibility is now officially up. Looking at that, Georgia they have people returning, but the guys who are returning, I think, average up to only having 1 catch in their careers combined. So that opens the door for Darnell to maybe come in and prove a point and maybe even become the day 1 starter in this coming up season. Some of the key guys returning are former 4-star John Fitzpatrick, former 4-star Rylan Goad, and former 3-star Brett Seither. These are some talented guys, but if Darnell can come in, do his job, and work hard in the offseason, he could probably find himself getting some pretty significant playing time early on for Georgia. And I hope bringing in Darnell, I hope Georgia finds a way to use the tight end more than they do now. The tight ends right now are used more of in the blocking scheme. Hope he can find a way to really use his full potential, because Darnell has a lot of it. His potential is sky high. So if we can really find a way to use him in the best way, he's just a freakish athlete. He can bring mismatches to the table. Corners aren't going to be able to cover him. Linebackers aren't going to be able to cover him. So like I said, Georgia can use him in the best way and not. I just don't want to see an Isaac Nada situation where I believe Isaac never really lived up to his full potential. I mean, he's in the NFL now where he was a 7th round draft pick, I'm pretty sure. But Darnell has the ceiling to be a day 2, maybe even day 1 draft pick between the first, 2nd, or 3rd round. So I'd really like to see him be able to live up to that full potential, and I hope Georgia finds a way to use him to his full potential. So with that said, I believe that's all we have today for Darnell Washington when it comes to his breakdown and everything like that. So next up is the highlights. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, drop a like down below if you enjoyed. Hit the red subscribe button, hit the post notification bell to know when I post videos on the channel. Comment down below what you think of Darnell, what he can bring to this football team, and everything like that. How excited are you for Darnell to come into Georgia football program? And with that said, it's been Hayden. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the highlights.